Got the SUV and the work truck behind it burning and people trying to get around it. And again, the good news out of all of this, I know a lot of people are dealing with traffic delays this morning, but the good news out of all of this, nobody's seriously injured. So we'll stay on top of this story for you as it develops throughout the morning. Close call for drivers on the Loop 202. Wrong way driver on the freeway going up to 90 miles an hour. DPS troopers managed to bring this to an end, this time without anybody getting hurt as well. We know how dangerous these wrong way drivers can be. Anita Roman is live now at this scene. Anita?
Hey, good morning. We're actually traveling in the westbound lanes of the 202. We're traveling west, which is the direction that this wrong way driver was heading early this morning, except he was traveling in the eastbound lane. So take a look to the left of your screen. You see oncoming traffic. That's where this guy was. According to DPS, according to 911 calls and witnesses, he was traveling about 90 miles per hour for about 8 miles. So we're a little bit more than halfway through his route. He got onto the 202 just about Dobson, and he made a couple of different exits. What we do know is that a DPS trooper that was on patrol here in the westbound lanes, out of the corner of his eye, saw what he thought was a vehicle make a U-turn right in the middle of the freeway, turned his headlights off, made a U-turn. That was about 32nd Street, so we're approaching that pretty close by. And then we're being told after he made a U-turn, corrected himself, traveled to 40th Street where he exited the freeway, and that's when the Phoenix police chopper, which was flying overhead, flying above the scene, picked this guy up and noticed that he exited the highway, went underneath the highway, got back on the highway, and then made an exit to 24th Street. In that area, pulled over to a side street, and that is where DPS finally caught up with him. Take a listen to what they had to say.
We just happened to have Phoenix Firebird helicopter in the air, which assisted us greatly. We really appreciate their help. Saw them turn around at 40th Street and followed them to this location. And they also witnessed the driver get out of the vehicle and switch places with the passenger.
I don't want to talk about it. All I know is I was sleeping the whole time. Yeah, that's it. I really don't want to talk about it. Well, I apologize if anything might have happened, but I can't tell you things I don't know anything.
So that second gentleman you heard from was the passenger inside the vehicle, and so we were able to catch up with him as he was walking away from the scene. Mentioned that he had fallen asleep, apologized if anything would have gone wrong. He is not facing any charges. He passed a field sobriety test according to DPS, and again, this is the guy that switched seats with the driver once they stopped the car, once they got off the highway. The driver, according to DPS, has been taken into custody to be tested for impairment. He faces a number of charges, including endangerment, and that's because a number of the people who called 911 said they had to swerve out of the way to avoid a head-on collision with this driver. Back to you.
All right, Anita, thank you. New this morning, crews from all over the West Valley battling a fire at a Glendale business.
Cool. We're going to go back over here to... outside.
I know. I hope people are like driving in with their windows cracked a little bit, or the sunroof open. Yeah, I mean,
gorgeous out there.
It feels weird, like feeling the fresh air come into your car, doesn't it? After a summer of being shut in. And soon enough, we're going to be able to crack our windows at night a little bit before you go to bed. All right, so at 7:31, let's get to news now. We continue to follow that bad crash on the US 60, still causing big traffic backups. Live look from Skyfox here. And again, these are the eastbound lanes. So this is heading out of Maple. And it was probably dark. It was 5:30 in the morning when it happened. And so again, these are the eastbound lanes. Live look from the ground here. So Alma School is where this happened. So if you're going anywhere around this area, I would say go around it. Try to find somewhere else to get north or maybe south of this on the 60. to get out eastbound on your US 60. Let's move to political news. The Arizona primary election.
We had the nurse who did it. We had her text, actually, Jackie, and tell her. So we didn't know until the party.
So what did you think when you opened it?